What advice can you offer for parents with young children who are trying to get them to eat whole food plant-based?
Such an important question. We need to raise healthy children. We need plant-based nutrition to work its magic in their young bodies. And to raise a child on a purely whole food plant-based diet, it gives them a gift beyond measure. This child will grow up to be a biochemically different child than their counterparts in the kindergarten and in the elementary school. Their bodies will be so much healthier. They will not have the inflammatory conditions that can affect their classmates' skin and the eczema that you'll see. That their arteries will stay open. They're not going to be at risk for the heart attacks and strokes that are now happening at younger and younger ages. They'll never be obese. They'll never be diabetic on so many levels. It's a gift beyond measure. That said, it sounds good, Doc, but how do you really get a little kid to eat broccoli when they go, no, I ain't that? And it's there's an art to it, no doubt. First of all, know that many parents have already tread this path for you. And they have left behind a trail of breadcrumbs, beyond that, a wealth of knowledge, a treasury of the art of raising a child on plant-based foods. So I'm going to just mention a few of the obvious ones that I've heard over the years. But before I do that, I urge everyone to seek and ye shall find. Open up your favorite browser and type in feeding vegan children and raising babies as vegans, and do a couple of searches on those kind of phrases. Your screen will fill up with very wonderful articles on parents who have shared their tips and their travails in getting their child to eat plant-based. And it's every one of these articles, and they're from good sources. Yes, there's from Parenting Magazine, but there's also from pediatric journals. And certainly the vegetarian vegan world is rich as a source. The Vegetarian Resource Group and PCRM and the American Vegan Society and just Amazon that was filled with books on raising vegan children. So peruse these articles and get a couple of these books, listen to a couple of these webinars. You'll know what to do. But the general principles are, first and foremost, set a good example. Nothing makes the point to a child to eat healthy than watching mom and dad eating the same healthy food. You can't be sitting there going through a bucket of buffalo wings and tell your 4-year-old to eat their broccoli. It's not going to work. So set a good example. Get the child involved in shopping. Pop them in the cart and take them to the produce department and have her see all the wonderful, colorful fruits and what are they drawn to? And have them taste a grape. Have them taste a piece of an apple. And see which ones they like, and they'll point to that and bring it home. Absolutely. So get them involved in the shopping, and as soon as they can, help mom or dad make up a fruit salad or make up any kind of salad. Get them involved in chopping up the vegetables or tearing apart the lettuce leaves or snapping shelling the peas. Have them touch the food and get a personal involvement. If you can, even better, raise some peas in a window box or on your back porch or in your backyard and show the kids where these vegetables really come from. And then there's a whole world of tricks and tips to getting the child to start eating the food. Start with the food they like. Most kids like cherries, they like grapes, they like mashed potatoes, they like green peas. And these can be steamed, so they're great finger foods. Carrot chunks get really soft as you steam them, and so start them when they're just still in the high chair with these plant-based finger foods. Dip things in applesauce. All parents know this by now. And then you can start pureeing the foods. Whatever mom and dad has, there's a wonderful little device for $15 called a baby food maker. And whatever mom and dad had for their vegan dinner, their vegetable soup, or their salad, put it in the baby food maker, turn the crank, and it comes out as this puree that you can add a little applesauce to and shovel into the child, so at least they start getting those plant-based nutrients. Hey, it tastes pretty good. And I hate to use the word strict, be consistent. If you don't bring the junk food into the house, the kids aren't going to eat it. And if they went through their friend's house and they had Snickers bars over there and we want some, no, we don't eat that here. Here's a banana with some peanut butter on it. This is our snack. No, the answer is no. And in our house, we eat healthy food. And it's just what happens. You lay down the law. That's what happens in your house. And the kids have small stomachs. You can't fill it up with celery and lettuce and just high fiber foods. You got to make every spoonful count, especially in those early years. So here's where the foods with the high nutrient density comes in, the bean spreads and the hummus and the nut butters and those foods that have lots of calories and protein in a small volume and in a form that you can spread on a celery stick or a carrot stick and shovel in there. And so again, I could go on for hours. There's all these tools and techniques. But after a while, especially as the child gets to be 5, 6, 7, 8 years old, it's just what you eat. They know why they are vegan. They understand. You've had the animal talk about where dairy products really come from, the price that the chickens pay, and leg of lamb is the leg of a lamb. And so they understand what's involved. There's even the ecological issues. Here's how you could help heal the planet, because kids are tuned in and worried about that. And reinforce their rightness, and help them. The other kids may make fun of you. They may wave their meat sandwiches at you. It doesn't matter what they do. You're doing the right thing. It feels good in your heart, and that's what you should follow. And so talk with your child and reinforce the principled things that they say, and let them know that adults feel this way too. And there's more and more vegan kids. There's more and more vegan adults. There's now a whole world of vegan literature, vegan storybooks about animals and about kids waking up to the plight of the animals, kids healing the world through vegan diet. So get some of these books and sit down and read with your child at night. This is such an opportunity, instead of seeing it as an obstacle. How am I going to get my kid to eat broccoli? There's a path to follow for parents and children alike that will bring them closer, that will open up their hearts, that will set them on a path of health and a wonderful example that they're going to set for their classmates. And because their classmates are going to ask, what's a hummus sandwich? Why are you eating that? And there'll be an opportunity for the child to share and explain. So on every level, don't view it as a chore or a task or a dreaded ordeal to go through. View it as a wonderful opportunity to help your child explore the world of truth and harmless living and good health along the way there. So it's an exciting time. I'm kind of envious of all parents raising young children. They get to do this, the ultimate delicate sculpture. You're sculpting this being. And I'll just leave you with a little vignette that I overheard. I was in the supermarket and I had noticed a mother shopping with her 2 or 3 little kids who were very well behaved. They were very polite. The little girl mother would ask her to go get a pineapple. She would come back, here it is, Mother. Do you think this one is appropriate, is the right size for it? And the little boys were noticing the different types of vegetables. And a woman walked up to the young mother and said, "You are raising some wonderful children there." And the mother didn't miss a beat. She says, "No, thank you, but I'm not raising children. I'm raising adults." And as soon as she said that, that's right. That is what she's doing. And all children, all parents are really raising young adults in there. And what kind of adults are you sculpting and shaping? And you want them healthy and clear and open-hearted. and it starts in the earliest of days there. So with that, I'll wish you happy trails, happy eating with you and your little ones. It should be a wonderful adventure. You know, there's banana on the front of your shirt. It's okay. Hi everyone, Dr. Michael Klaper here, announcing our new format for our Q&A with Dr. K. Each day, Annie Hagen will be asking me one question that's been sent in by our viewers. So if you want to see if your question is getting answered, do join us for our daily Q&A with Dr. K right here. Hope to see you then.